just in. This just happened. In case you didn't know, Bill de Blasio had like a bunch of cops protecting his Black Lives Matter mural in front of Trump Tower. And these people showed up. I think this is a trans woman too. LGBT for Trump. Look at the cops, they don't know what to do. You got a black woman, and look at the white woman. Oh, I hope she broke her wrist. I hope she broke her wrist.
How many people, yo, died from police? How many? You bitch! You fucking dumb! All lives matter! Transgender lives matter! HIV lives matter! Of course they're racist, bigot, common! All lives! Black lives matter! Brown lives matter! White lives matter! Transgender lives matter! Are you dumbass? Al Sharpton! Al Sharpton is the
The cops will arrest her. That's great. That's great.
Bill Blasio! Suck my dick! You're a transphobic bigot! Bill Blasio! Al Sharpton! You're a transphobic bigot! Fuck you, Bill Blasio! All lives matter!
Bill
I will be
Blasio.
out here every day!
You do it. You go, girl.
Law enforcement! Shame on
Or
you, Al
guy,
Sharpton!
or
You're a
girl.
transphobic bigot!
I'll call you girl. I'll give you the respect.
I will be out here every day, every motherfucking day. No, you won't. Because all lives matter. No, you won't. I bet you won't do that.
So that's anti-clown world, I guess I would say. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Anyways, all right. So I liked it. I liked it a lot. That's great.
The weapons of mass destruction, the missiles are on the Lord's band. They're pointed at every nation. Time gets shorter. Crates of guns and ammo from country to country. They
All right. So I saw this this tweet about from the National Museum of African American History and Culture. Okay. The tweet said, National Museum of African American History and Culture wants to make you aware of certain signs of whiteness: individualism, hard work, objectivity, the nuclear family, progress, respect for authority, delayed gratification, and more. So here's their little thing that they're putting out. This is the aspects and assumptions of white culture. Rugged individualism. The individual is the primary unit, self-reliance, independence, and autonomy highly valued and rewarded. Individuals assumed to be in control of their own environment. You get what you deserve. So rugged individualism is a sign of whiteness. Even though, like most of the athletics in this country are dominated by black people because, they're not rugged. I guess I have no idea. It's stupid. The family structure, the nuclear family, father, mother, 2.3 children is the ideal social unit. Husband is breadwinner and head of household. Wife is homemaker and subordinate to the husband. Children should have their own rooms and be independent. So are they saying children shouldn't have their own rooms? And children shouldn't be independent? And what's wrong with a nuclear family? I mean, I visited China a couple of times, and the family structure in China is way older. You know, China's culture has been around forever, and they're all about family. I mean, it's what they do. It has nothing to do with white culture. Emphasis on scientific method. Objective, rational, linear thinking is whiteness. Cause and effect relationships. So it's not scientific. It is scientific. Oh, okay. It is scientific. So it's wrong. Quantitative emphasis. History. Based on Northern European immigrants' experience in the United States. Heavy focus on the British Empire. You know, the ones we fought against. The primacy of Western and Judeo-Christian tradition. I mean, our documents were founded a little, primarily on Judeo-Christian values, but they aren't. I never liked those people that said, hey, we're a Christian country. We're a Christian country. No, we're not a Christian country. We have the First Amendment. You can practice whatever religion you want. Now, the founding documents were based a little bit off the Christian values that come from the Bible, like the Ten Commandments and things. They were loosely based off of that, but none of the founding fathers are really Christians. They were most of them were agnostic. I think I'm pretty sure most of them were agnostic. So, I don't know. I think that's pretty. It's stupid. It's just stupid to say that. It's also stupid to say that we're a Christian country, because we're not a Christian country. We're a country that values all religions. So if you're one of those people, you're wrong too. Protestant work ethic. Hard work is the key to success. Work before you play. If you didn't meet your goals, you didn't work hard enough. That's a Protestant work ethic. I would just think that would be something for survival. I mean, hard work is the key to success, and work before you play. If you don't get your work done before you start playing, I mean, then nothing gets done. If you don't till your fields, and how do you eat? That's just stupid, completely idiotic. This is what these people are putting out. Religion. Christianity is the norm. Well, in America, Christianity isn't the norm, but it's the most popular. I mean, that's just the way it is. Anything other than Judeo-Christian tradition is for foreign. No, that's not true. That's not true. Now, most of the Christian holidays and traditions are practiced and promoted more because most of us in America have Christian values and Christian traditions. That's the way it is. But nobody ever would stop you in 2020, at least. Nobody would ever stop you from celebrating your religious values, your religious holidays, or your religious traditions, unless it's going to hurt somebody. I mean, it's 2020, for Christ's sakes. We don't do that stuff anymore. No tolerance for deviation from a single God concept. What do you mean there's no tolerance? It always seems like the non-tolerance is from the other side. because I don't know. I don't get that one either. It always seems like the atheists and everything else are the non-tolerant people, not the Christians. The Christians will say it's stupid, and they'll complain, but nobody will ever stop you from trying to. What it sounds like you're trying to stop people from being Christian. So who's the non-tolerant one? Status, power, and authority. Wealth equals worth. Depends on who you talk to. I don't think that. Your job is who you are. Well, that's why you get a job that you like and you love, so you're not really working. Respect authority. I don't know about that one. I mean, we don't have, like I put out a couple videos ago, we don't have an authority here. We don't have leaders in America. If you have a leader, then you're doing it wrong. Because Kim Jong-un is a freaking leader, okay? Putin is a leader. We don't have leaders. So that's a state of mind, to respect authority. You respect people, you respect ideas, but you don't respect authority, because there is no authority. The news will tell you that there's an authority out there, but we don't. That's a state of mind. You're brainwashed, not me. Heavy value on ownership of goods, space, and property. Well, of course, that's what makes America America. That's what makes America better than most places in the world, because we can own property. We can own our own stuff. We can own our own space. We can have our own place. Okay? In China, you can't have any of that. You can rent from the government for 7 years, and then that's it. Future orientation. Plan for the future. Who the hell wouldn't want to plan for the future? Delayed gratification. Okay. Progress is always best. Tomorrow will be better. So, hope for tomorrow will be better is whiteness. This is dumb, man. This is completely dumb. This is the first time I'm reading this, so this is just completely dumb. Time. Follow rigid time schedules. Time viewed as a commodity. So, what? You're telling me that the Asian culture didn't have time before? This thing is racist as shit, dude. All this stuff came from white people? This is racist as shit. You're pretty much telling me that white people came up with everything. It's dumb. It's dumb. Women's beauty based on blonde, thin Barbie. Again, that's a state of mind. That is what you perceive, not me. Not me. I don't think blonde, thin Barbies are beautiful. Half of them are freaking idiots, and I can't even stand looking at them. Let's see. Let's go through these a little more faster. Justice based on English common law. Well, yeah. I mean, we came from England, and we changed things. So, yeah. Protect property and entitlements. So you're not allowed to protect your property and your entitlements. You're not allowed to protect yourself. Competition. Be number one. Win at all costs. Winner loser dichotomy. Action orientated. Master and control nature. Must always do something about a situation. Aggressiveness and extroversion. Decision making. Major rules. Majority rules when whites have power. Oh boy. Majority doesn't always rule. This is a republic. We have rules to make sure that the majority doesn't always rule. But yet these are the same people that want to get rid of the Electoral College because majority rules, right? Oh, how stupid. Communication, the King's English rules. Well, yeah, I mean, it's easier to communicate with each other when you have one form of language. It's much easier to have a relationship with somebody if you both know the same language. I mean, I can't learn. This is a melting pot. People come to this country from all over the place. You know, I can't learn 600 different languages just because that's, you know, there's that many people in my community. Written tradition, again, stupid. Written tradition didn't come from white culture. Written tradition has been around forever. The Chinese have been doing it for thousands of years. A lot of things I learned when I went to China that they did. It's amazing. Avoid conflict, intimacy. Well, yeah, I mean, peace would be nice, and affection. Don't show emotion. Don't discuss personal life. Be polite. Yeah, that's. Those are kind of nice. Those things are kind of like nice to have when you have a society. You don't want people to be polite to each other. I don't get it. So I saw that on Twitter and I just thought that was hilarious. Most of those were just completely stupid. Basically, they took what society as a whole kind of likes and just completely went just against everything, against the grain on everything. Now, what's the same with the Judeo-Christian values? What are you going to tell all those black people who go to church every single Sunday and sing and dance and praise the Lord? You're going to tell them that's whiteness too? And this is supposed to be part of the National Museum of African American History. Wow. Phew, whatever, man. Whatever. Alrighty. Today we're going to talk about COVID-19. I got a new name for COVID-19. I'm calling it the Coup flu because this is definitely a coup. The way they're handling this and the way they're manipulating the numbers and everything else. Well, I was going to do a whole thing on Andrew Cuomo today, but seems like there's more information coming out, so I'm going to wait. Oh, and every time you hear something, I have a new app on my phone for earthquake. It's an earthquake tracker. So, New Zealand just got hit with a 2.6. Not bad. But it seems like like Indonesia is kind of blowing up right now. Anyways, back to it. So, the Coup flu is blowing up in Florida and Arizona, yet it's not. I don't know what to think of it. There's a couple of things that I find weird, and I'll show you a couple things. Here's the numbers for the Coup flu in Florida, and yesterday they had 13,965 new cases. And if you look at the deaths, it seems like the deaths are going up at the same rate. 156 deaths yesterday. I mean, they've been climbing and then dropped right down and then climbed back up again. But generally, when it comes to coronavirus, the Coup flu, you don't see the deaths and when you see a spike, you don't see a spike in the cases and the deaths at the same time, because obviously it takes 2 or 3 weeks for this thing to kill somebody. I mean, you don't get the Coup flu today and then tomorrow you're dead. It just doesn't happen that way. It just doesn't happen that way. So there's something a little weird about that I found weird. You know what I find even more weird? This one right here. Here's the New York cases, Andy. Look at that. We're down to 600, 900 cases being, and look at the deaths. Boom, 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 boom. So far, on July 11th, we had 5 deaths. On July 14th, we had 9 deaths in the whole state. So why am I still out of work? I don't understand. If our state is doing that great, then why am I still unemployed? Why is New York State still shut down? Why is he mandating masks at this point? We don't have any. It's pretty much gone. It's burnt out. It's gone. Why? What's going on with that? And he's on late night television, just hooping it up, boy, hooping it up. Well, anyways, I can give you a little insight to the Florida spike. Florida's recent record day for COVID-19 might not have been quite that high. This is from 10 Tampa. More than 7,000 positive cases reported were traced to a single testing processor. Tampa, Florida. One of the most important factors in getting the public to follow COVID-19 guidelines is trust. Trust in the accuracy of the numbers being reported at the state level. But recently, several incidences have raised questions about the alarming figures being shared in Florida each day and what's being done to correct them. Over the weekend, Florida, here's the problem. More than 7,000 of the 15,000 positive cases reported have been traced to GentaWorks in Richmond, Virginia, the company which is Florida's fourth largest processor of tests, said in a statement. It looks like the Florida Department of Health reported in a single day lab results that have been collected over the course of 4 or 5 days. That made Florida's single day caseload appear greater than it was. And why it's important, say the public health workers, to keep an eye on the positivity rate of those results, which were in line with the state average. There's something else going on too. Something else going on with Florida that I think I saw was that they are having people come in and take tests, and then if they have the antibodies, I think that's what you call them, the antibodies. The thing where the stuff that you get when you've already had the flu, when you already had the Coup flu, and now you have the antibodies to in your bloodstream to fight it again if it ever comes back. Well, they're counting those as positive cases, but those are already cured positive cases. So all these people are going out and getting tested, and then they have the antibodies in their bloodstream, and they're counting them as positive now, when they were actually positive probably 3-4 weeks ago. And now they're counting them. It's crazy. And then you got Arizona, which is spiking. So here's the thing about Arizona. The mayor is a douchebag. So, Phoenix mayor peddles misinformation about hospital morgue space to pick a partisan fight. Phoenix Democratic Mayor Kate Gallego charged Friday that one major healthcare provider in her city has been forced to order refrigerated trucks because its hospitals have been exhausted of their morgue capacity. So basically, she said that they had to order these ice trucks because there's no more room in the morgue. Phoenix Mayor Gallego says Maricopa County has requested refrigerated trucks because one health system in the region has run out of morgue beds. Well, if you go down here and you read, Abrazo Hospital currently have adequate morgue space. Abrazo statement after Mayor Gallego told national and local outlets that they ordered refrigerator trucks for COVID-19 deaths. The hospital system said they did it as a proactive approach in case it's needed. So, and here we go again. This mayor. Today, Maricopa County reported a COVID-19 positivity rate of 28.8%. We have seen testing sites where people have waited more than 8 hours in 110 degrees heat to get tested. This is unacceptable. Arizona needs more testing and contact tracing. Well, here's the other thing, too, that about the Florida thing. They like to use these percentages of... There's a positivity rate of 28.8%. There's a positivity rate of 65.7%. I think that was Florida's 65.7% positivity rate. Well, they found out that most of the hospitals in Orlando and a couple other places, they were only reporting positive cases. They weren't reporting negative cases. So if they had 15,000 people come in, and 100 of them were tested positive, they would report the 100 cases positive, and then they wouldn't report any of the other. They wouldn't report the 14,900 that were negative. So that jacked the whole state's.
A new earthquake has been detected.
Ooh, a new earthquake.
In your proximity, 4 miles east-northeast of Toston,
Montana. 2.1 in Montana.
6:24 p.m. Class minor, magnitude 2.1, depth 2.5 miles.
Yeah. All right. So that would raise the entire percentage up because they weren't. Yeah. They weren't doing the negatives. Anyways, sailed. I don't know how to spell it. DiCiccio. It's unfortunate Phoenix is picking a fight during the crisis with the federal government when they've done so much to help us. Fact. The feds sent Phoenix $293 million for COVID, for the Coup flu. Phoenix squandered it. Very little was used for testing, but millions went to handouts for arts and liberal activist groups. So there you go. That's what's being told. Yeah, so. Oh, here's another one from Texas. Because Texas was supposedly another one that was going high. The state of Texas today had to remove 3,484 cases from its COVID-19 positive case count because in San Antonio Health Department was reporting probable cases for people never actually tested as confirmed positive cases. Here's more information from the state that on the nearly 3,500 San Antonio probable cases, removed from Texas. Positive case count from the state. Although the CDC is mentioned, a positive antigen test is also considered a probable case in guidelines adopted by the Texas DHS. So, they're even the probable cases, they're not testing positive, but it's probable that they might have it, and they're counting those also. So you can see how these numbers are getting just jacked up. And to tell me that all the close contact in New York City and all these protests that have been going on and everything else, you're telling me that we're down to we've got the lowest numbers ever in the whole United States after Cuomo killed all those people? Well, maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's no more old people left to infect, so so there's that. All right, whatever. I'm done. That would raise the entire percentage up because they weren't doing the negatives. Anyways, sale I don't know how to spell it. DiCiccio. It's unfortunate Phoenix is picking a fight during the crisis with the federal government when they've done so much to help us. Fact. The feds sent Phoenix $293 million for COVID, for the Coup flu. Phoenix squandered it. Very little was used for testing, but millions went to handouts for arts and liberal activist groups. So there you go. That's what's being told. Yeah, so. Oh, here's another one from Texas. Because Texas was supposedly another one that was going high. The state of Texas today had to remove 3,484 cases from its COVID-19 positive case count because in San Antonio Health Department was reporting probable cases for people never actually tested as confirmed positive cases. Here's more information from the state that on the nearly 3,500 San Antonio probable cases removed from Texas. Positive case count from the state. Although the CDC is mentioned, a positive antigen test is also considered a probable case in guidelines adopted by the Texas DHS. So, they're even the probable cases, they're not testing positive, but it's probable that they might have it, and they're counting those also. So you can see how these numbers are getting just jacked up. And to tell me that all the close contact in New York City and all these protests that have been going on and everything else, you're telling me that we're down to we've got the lowest numbers ever in the whole United States after Cuomo killed all those people? Well, maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's no more old people left to infect, so so there's that. All right, whatever. I'm done. Cuomo just comes up with this new thing about Mask Up America. The governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, launched a Mask Up campaign featuring the likes of actors Morgan Freeman and Robert De Niro. Ooh, two characters that don't have any political feelings, do they? On Thursday, with the aim of pushing people to wear face coverings amid the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, the Coup flu.
A new earthquake has been detected
Oop.
in location in your proximity, Dominican Republic region, 3 hours ago, 4:19 p.m.
It's only a
Last minor
3.1.
magnitude 3.1,
So,
depth
yeah,
2.2
these
miles.
celebrities, Freeman, De Niro, Fox, yeah, they don't have an agenda, do they? We didn't see anything coming from those guys in the past 4 years that would tell us that they don't have an agenda. It's this is nuts, man. This is nuts. That's why I call it the Coup flu. That's why I'm calling it the Coup flu. All right, so
Congresswoman, you were talking about what Governor Cuomo is taking a lot of heat for here in New York and regarding the nursing homes, and that is for a period of time, after somebody was dismissed from or released from a hospital with COVID, then they were released back and they could go back to their nursing home, which exposed potentially all the vulnerable people we're supposed to be taking care of.
Yes, it was a fatal policy, and most importantly, it did not follow federal guidance from CMS. Federal guidance from CMS was very clear that a nursing home should only accept a positive COVID patient if they were able to isolate them and if they had adequate PPE and testing. New York State has not been transparent, and family members of seniors who lost their lives have not gotten answers, but most importantly, were not even made aware when there was positive COVID cases in these senior living facilities. There is bipartisan outcry for answers and transparency, both at the state and federal level. Last week, the New York State Assembly and New York State Senate started having hearings on this. And of course, at the federal level, I, as well as many of my colleagues, have called for an independent investigation from the feds into New York State's failed policy. We also need to see that at the state level, but I believe what's most important is that it has to be independent and it cannot be conducted just by one of Governor Cuomo's top political allies, which would be the Attorney General of New York.
all right, he needs to go to jail. He needs to go to jail. Him and his brother both. Bunch of silver spoon douchebags. I hated his father, and I hate these guys. They're horrible. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. These numbers are screwy. They don't make any sense. And the fact that I'm still not able to go back to work again makes completely no sense. At all. At all. You're telling me we had 5 deaths in this state from Coup flu. And I'm supposed to still sit at home doing nothing. I'm supposed to wear, now all of a sudden it's mandated I'm supposed to wear a mask everywhere I go. Wow, dude. I mean, I don't care about the mask really. I'll wear one. I don't give a shit. But for him to mandate it, and for him to hire these has-been actors who definitely have an agenda to come out and enforce it on everybody. Now I can see Florida, they opened up the bars too soon, the beaches were opened up, so I can see how it spread. But I still don't like the numbers. And I still don't like the way the death rate is going up with the numbers too. It's just, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all to me. But whatever. All right, so that's all I got on this. Oh, yeah, and I forgot to add in that I forgot to add in that museum stuff yesterday, so I'm gonna put it in today. I put it in today, so in case you're wondering what was in the beginning, I I forgot to put that in. So yeah, there's that. All right, we got some special stuff now. Special is not the word for this. Oh, check out these people and the way they're screaming and yelling, and they're not. They're. It's sad, man. It's sad. All right.
You punched me in the face! You punched me in the face! You punched me in the face! No! You punched me in the face! Don't punch me in the face! You did nothing wrong!
Telling him he was meditating on federal property.
What are the charges?
Boom.
Back up. No, fuck yeah.
Well, you heard the one girl saying, "You punched me in the face. You punched me in the face." Well, here we go. Here's a. Oh, hang on. There's actually another angle to this, and you can see the big punch in the face. He just pushed her off. That's it. Listen to him screaming.
What am I charged with?
This guy's trying to get away. He punched me in the face. Look at a little fucking land wall there. Crazy bitch. Crazy.
What are the charges? Kidnapping charges. What are the charges? This is a kidnapping.
Boom! Get in there, stupid ass.
What are the charges?
Oh my god. Oh, so. Oh my god. I can't take these people anymore. This is in Portland, anyways, if you didn't notice. It was in Portland. Of course, the city, I'm going to stop calling it Portland and calling it the asylum, because that's pretty much where, I mean, it's crazier than San Francisco at this point. Oh my god. Oh, anyways, there it is for today. All right, love you. Bye.